Some of the pieces of wood, some of the seats are still there. Somebody left an umbrella for, maybe for the little girl. Hello? Did the umbrella move? Near the border of Virginia lies a small town in West Virginia called Lake Shawnee. And in the town of Lake Shawnee lies an abandoned amusement park that's remained mostly untouched for decades. Opened in 1926, Lake Shawnee Amusement Park originally had a swimming pool, multiple rides, a dance hall, and so much more. Many deaths and accidents over the years of operation led to its eventual closure in the 1960s. Today, you can still see what remains of the original rides, and you may even encounter some of its former guests who met their demise here. Right behind me is an amusement park that was built in the 1920s and has been abandoned for over 50 years. It was built on Native American burial grounds, and you can take a tour of it. That's a thing, and it's a thing that we are about to do. We learned that even before the tragedies during the amusement park's operation, that the park was built on the site of the Mitchell Clay homestead in the 1700s. The Clays had 3 children. All 3 were murdered by Native Americans. I believe 1 was murdered here on property and 2 were kidnapped and murdered elsewhere. But all 3 are still buried on the property. It actually hasn't been abandoned for over 50 years. The park was actually purchased by another family and operated briefly in the 80s. During the park's operation in the 80s, the family was making mud bogging pits, and they came upon an ancient Native American burial ground. Based on the artifacts they found, they believe the area was a trading post, and they are planning to eventually open a small museum to pay tribute to the Native Americans who originally called this area home. It's not very often that you get to see a Ferris wheel from the 1920s just be taken over back by Earth, you know? You can still even see the numbers, like that's bucket 1 right there. Chris, our tour guide, told us that in the 9 o'clock bucket that someone took a photo and that there was a apparition of someone just standing straight up in the bucket. And we also saw a video that was very strange of like a cloud movement, like a dark mass moving from that general area, which was really interesting. We got out over to the side of the lake that has the Ferris wheel and everything, and it just started pouring, so we went back under this sheltered area. And the entire time that he was talking to us, I kept thinking someone was touching my arm. And I was trying to be like not weird about it, because we got some rain on us, like drips of water to be dripping down my arm or like a bug to be there. There just wasn't, and it was weird. Maybe it was just a weird sensation, but it was strange. And then later he was saying that sometimes people report that like they have their clothing tugged on and stuff, so just, that's the thing that happened. What do you think? It's kind of like a big fun playground for you, huh? I believe he said that there's like a truck engine in the middle there, and that when they actually used to operate this, you'd have to stand in the middle. The operator would stand in the middle. Seems a little sketchy. People leave dolls and stuffed animals for the children here. One of the more well-known incidents that happened during the park's initial operation was that a boy drowned in the swimming hole. This is a haunted house. You are allowed to go in it. If you take the tour, you can wander around on property afterwards. I think I'm gonna pass on the haunted house today, but it is pretty cool looking. And if you are even more inclined to have a spooky fun night, you can camp here at the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park. There's a couple who are camping here tonight, and I don't know if I would want to do that. Do you? With all of the unique and dark history here, it does make me wonder, is this place cursed? I don't know. What do you think? Wow, what an incredibly cool place. Thank you so much for coming along with us. A huge shout out to our patrons. You guys are great. Thank you for supporting us. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out that video right there, over there. You'll probably like it.